Beneath the cerulean veil of our atmosphere, beyond the cartographer's neat lines and the tourist's sun-drenched fantasies, lies another Earth. An Earth that breathes fire, freezes time, and whispers warnings in the language of extinction. These are not mere locations, they are chronicles written in venom, ice, and human fragility. To speak of them is to trace the fragile boundary where wonder bleeds into terror. Prepare your mind, steady your breath, and step with me into the abyss. We begin not with a place, but with a sound, the sound of a world tearing itself apart. 1. Port Sudan, Sudan, the cradle of collapse. The Red Sea's azure waters lap against docks choked with the detritus of desperation. Port Sudan stands as the last flickering bulb in a nation plunged into absolute darkness. Beyond its precarious perimeter rages a storm of human suffering unseen in modern history. A tempest where 15,000 souls have vanished into the charnel house of civil war, and 8.2 million more have been ripped from their homes like weeds in a gale. Two warlords, Hemedti and Burhan, grind entire cities to dust between them, fueled by foreign arms and ancient hatreds. Ukrainian special forces move like ghosts through the Nubian desert. Wagner Group mercenaries, the vultures of conflict, pick at the carcass of a failing state. The very air vibrates with the basso profundo of artillery. Venturing beyond Port Sudan is to gamble with forces that recognize no flag, no mercy, no rule of law. This is Hobbes's nightmare made manifest, a war of all against all, where life is not merely nasty or brutish, but vanishingly short. The World Food Programme's chilling prophecy hangs in the scorched air, the birth of the world's largest hunger crisis. 2. Cité Soleil, Haiti, Kingdom of the Forgotten. Fly over Port-au-Prince at dusk, and you'll see the darkness first, not the absence of light, but an active, consuming void. Cité Soleil. Haiti, the Western Hemisphere's shattered ghost, is a nation where the state has dissolved into myth. Gangs, armed with weapons spilling from the void of governance, rule 80% of the capital. In the labyrinthine alleys of Cité Soleil and neighboring Bel Air, gangs like G-Pep and G9 family and allies enforce their sovereignty with Kalashnikovs and machetes. Territory shifts like desert sands drenched in blood. Once vibrant suburbs like Canaan and Jeremy are now no-go zones, phrases sanitizing the reality of charnel houses where kidnapping is industry and murder is punctuation. The Haitian National Police, a memory. The UN intervention, a bandage on a severed artery. To enter is to become prey. Survival demands more than luck. It demands the eerie stillness of a ghost, moving unseen through a city actively consuming itself. This isn't urban decay, it's societal auto-cannibalism under a Caribbean sun. 3. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia, the Devil's Crucible. Descend into the Afar Triangle, a scar on Earth's crust where the continent is literally tearing itself asunder. Welcome to the Danakil Depression, a geological opera performed in heat, acid, and fire. Here the air shimmers at 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, a heat that doesn't merely warm the skin, but cooks the lungs. The ground is a mosaic of neon yellows and sulfurous greens, stained by hypersaline pools and bubbling pits of hydrochloric acid. Phreatomagmatic activity beneath the Dalol volcano vents toxic chlorine and sulfur gases that can suffocate a healthy adult in minutes. Salt flats stretch to horizons distorted by mirages, mined by Afar tribesmen whose resilience borders on the superhuman, a resilience forged in a crucible that melts camera lenses and human resolve with equal indifference. This is Earth's primordial face, a relentless reminder that before life there was chaos, and chaos still reigns here. Step wrong, breathe deep, linger too long, and you join the calcified remains of creatures foolish enough to challenge this infernal forge. It's not a desert, it's a preview of Venus. 4. Ilha da Queimada Grande, Snake Island, Brazil, the Serpent's Sanctum. 25 miles off Sao Paulo's glittering coast lies an island cloaked in forbidden myth, Ilha da Queimada Grande. The Brazilian Navy enforces a strict exclusion zone. Trespassers risk not fines, but a death both swift and grotesque. For this 106-acre rock is the sole dominion of the golden lancehead, Bothrops insularis, a viper whose venom possesses hemotoxic potency 5 times greater than its mainland cousins. Estimates suggest one lethal serpent inhabits every square meter of the rainforest floor. Their isolation bred evolutionary terror, venom that liquefies tissue, prey evolving into birds, requiring faster, deadlier strikes, and an ecosystem stripped of mammals, replaced by scaled, silent death. Legends whisper of lighthouse keepers found in pools of their own blood, of fishermen straying too close, discovered adrift, corpses bloated and blackened. Science confirms the danger. A single bite delivers agony, necrosis, and a 7% chance of survival without antivenom. Antivenom available only on the distant mainland. This isn't an island, it's a biological kill box, nature's most chillingly efficient venom factory. 5. Oymyakon, Sakha Republic, Russia, the frozen Hades. In the heart of Siberia's endless taiga, where the cold isn't weather but a physical entity, lies Oymyakon, the pole of cold. Here, mercury plunges to -71.2 degrees Celsius, temperatures that freeze breath into crystalline shards and turn exposed flesh necrotic in minutes. Life for the 500 resilient souls is a perpetual siege against the ice. Car engines run 24/7, pause them and they become frozen sculptures. Crops are impossible. Sustenance is frozen fish and reindeer meat. A simple walk becomes a perilous expedition. Fail to respect the cold and the frost's embrace is final, permanent. Mobile phones fail. Eyeglasses fuse to skin. It's a testament to human tenacity, yes, but also a stark lesson in planetary extremes. A place where winter isn't a season but a slow, beautiful apocalypse. Death here isn't violent. It's a seductive whisper, a longing for sleep in a world where sleep means never waking. 6. Sana'a, Yemen, the siege city. Perched on the highlands of a collapsing state, Yemen's ancient capital, Sana'a, a UNESCO World Heritage marvel of gingerbread towers, is dying by inches. Airstrikes scream from Saudi-led coalition jets, targeting Houthi rebels embedded in the city's fabric. 1.2 million displaced souls choke camps on its outskirts, while inside, cholera and famine stalk a populace caught between Iranian-backed militias and relentless bombardment. The threat is omnipresent. Street-level violence, kidnapping rings targeting foreigners, and the ever-present thud of explosions reducing millennia-old architecture to dust. Essential services, water, power, medicine, are memories. This isn't war as tactical engagement, it's societal vivisection under the gaze of drones. The air tastes of dust, cordite, and despair. Sana'a is a stark monument to human resilience and human folly, a city where history itself is bleeding out. 7. North Yungas Road, Death Road, Bolivia, the path of no return. Carved precariously into the vertiginous cliffs of the Cordillera Oriental, the Camino de la Muerte is a 69-kilometer, 43-mile gauntlet of mud, fog, and oblivion. Cliffs plunge 610 meters, 2,000 feet, into mist-shrouded abysses. Landslides roar without warning. Waterfalls cascade across the crumbling track. Once Bolivia's vital Amazon artery, it earned its name grimly. By 1994, an estimated 300 travelers per year met their end here. Plunging buses, crushed trucks, vanished jeeps. Modern bypasses have reduced traffic, but for thrill seekers and locals with no choice, the death road remains a terrifying ballet with gravity. One misjudged turn, one moment of brake fade, one patch of unexpected fog, and you become another statistic, another ghost haunting the Andean precipice. It's not a road, it's a topographical executioner. 8. Mount Sinabung, Sumatra, Indonesia. The sleeping fury awakened. After 400 years of slumber, Mount Sinabung roared back to vicious life in 2010. Since then, this Indonesian stratovolcano has become a relentless engine of destruction. Pyroclastic flows, superheated avalanches of gas, ash, and rock race down its flanks at 700 kilometers per hour, vaporizing everything in their path. Ash plumes choke the sky, burying villages under meters of suffocating gray. Eruptions in 2014, 2015, and 2016 killed dozens and displaced tens of thousands, turning fertile farmland into ashen moonscapes. The mountain is a capricious god, rumbling, quieting, then exploding with cataclysmic fury. Seismic monitors flicker with ominous warnings, but prediction remains an imperfect art. Living in its shadow is an act of faith. Faith that the next eruption won't be the one that finally consumes your village, your family, your life. The air smells perpetually of sulfur, a constant reminder of the titanic, indifferent forces simmering beneath your feet. 9. Lake Natron, Tanzania, the calcifying embrace. At the foot of Tanzania's Oldonyo Lengai volcano lies a lake of nightmare beauty, Lake Natron. Its waters shimmer with an unearthly blood-red hue, courtesy of cyanobacteria thriving in its caustic embrace. This is no place for life as we know it. Temperatures soar to 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, while the pH level scalds at 10.5, akin to ammonia. The lake's secret is natron, sodium carbonate decahydrate, leached from volcanic ash. Touch its waters, and the effect is horrifying. Rapid calcification, turning organic matter to stone. Birds, bats, insects, lured by the reflective surface, plunge in and are preserved in grotesque, mineralized detail. Only the lesser flamingo, equipped with uniquely tough skin and scaly legs, dares to breed here on vast salt islands, painting the lake pink against the crimson water, a surreal vision of life persisting in a chemical hellscape. This isn't a lake, it's Medusa's gaze made liquid. 10. Eastern Ukraine, Donbass front line, the frozen conflict's maw. The term front line sanitizes the reality. This is a shattered landscape of cratered fields, skeletal towns, and the pervasive reek of cordite and decay. Since Russia's invasion in 2022, the Donbass region has become a meat grinder for generations. Artillery duels pound day and night, drones buzz like malignant insects, dropping grenades with chilling precision. Landmines lace the earth. Cities like Bakhmut and Avdiivka are reduced to rubble-strewn tombs. The cold fear isn't just of bullets or shells, it's the specter of tactical nuclear weapons or chemical agents, whispers haunting intelligence briefings. Essential services, heat, water, light, are shattered luxuries. Survival demands bunkers, luck, and an acceptance of oblivion's proximity. This isn't conventional warfare, it's industrialized slaughter in the heart of Europe, a stark counterpoint to the notion of a post-war continent. The mud, the cold, the ever-present whine of incoming, this is the soundtrack of a world order unraveling.